I'm Steve Hart from St. John's Grace Parish in Buffalo, and I'm the author of the resolution on solitary confinement. The diocesan staff kindly gave me this opportunity to introduce the resolution to you. And I thought I'd do something that would complement what's in your written explanation. Namely, I'll try to give you a little sense of what solitary confinement is like. Now you might think, it's a little bit like when my family goes off for the weekend and leaves me batting about in the house, which is sometimes kind of nice. But of course, we know that it's nothing like that. Here's a picture of a solitary confinement cell. And the cell, as you can see, has blank walls. It's a situation of sensory deprivation. The light is the same day and night, so you don't have any sense of the passage of time. You can't see outside. You can't even see inside to the rest of the prison or the hall outside of it. It's also a situation of social deprivation, where all interactions happen through a slot in the door. Your meals are handed in on trays through that slot. If you need medical attention, it happens through the slot. If you need a shot, you put your arm through the slot. Somebody jabs a needle outside the door. You don't see the person. They don't see you. No human contact of any real meaning. It's a situation of utter loneliness. It's also a situation of inactivity, no work, no education, no therapy, no rehabilitation, no worship. Recreation consists of you're being allowed into a cage of the same size, all by yourself, for 1 hour a day if you're lucky, where you can pace back and forth. So what happens when people are under these circumstances? They start having hallucinations. They start talking to themselves. Who else would you talk to? They start doing self-cutting and self-mutilation, which, by the way, buys them extra time in solitary because that's a violation of prison rules. Rates of suicide are way above those in the general prison population. There are even brain changes that happen with people in solitary. Let me give an example. A guy named Sam, who's a relative of a friend of mine. When my friend and the family go to visit him, they find a person whose eyes just kind of go back and forth constantly from left to right at high speed all the time they're with him, who is agitated, a bit paranoid, who's nothing like the person that they knew before the cumulatively 8 years that he spent in solitary. I have a hard time stomaching this kind of thing as a taxpayer or citizen of New York. I mean, I'm paying for this jail system. The problem isn't correction officers who are inhumane. They're by and large decent people. The problem is a set of policies and systems that do this to people, and do it in 5 out of 6 cases when people are sent to solitary. It's for something non-violent, something often trivial, like arguing with a guard. And we do this at a higher rate than Mississippi. But as a Christian, I have an even harder time accepting this. Every time I renew my baptismal vows, I say that I'm going to try to respect the dignity of every human being. That means respecting Sam's dignity, not just the dignity of law-abiding, respectable citizens. To destroy somebody's personality, their mind, their soul, in the way that Sam's is being destroyed and that many others are destroyed, seems to me incompatible with our Christian values. The HALT solitary confinement bill, which this resolution asks us to support, is a step towards curtailing the use of solitary confinement in New York. I hope that by our passing this resolution, along with other groups around the state supporting this bill, that will make a difference towards making our state a more humane place to live. Thank you.